Where do they post on social, and what types of content is being posted on social? When I say where, there's TikTok, LinkedIn, and a dozen more. When I say what type of content, there's words, there's links, there's pictures, and there's videos, audiogram/videogram. So how are they promoting your podcast?
So they'll post them on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And they'll do usually like a static image that's more of a quote, usually an image with our guest on there as well. And then they'll do one of those like reels or video images kind of with the text coming across the screen being highlighted. And so you have the audio of the podcast on there as well. But everything. Do
they do all 4 on the same day? Do they do one in each place? Like how does that look exactly?
They all go on each platform. And so one is like the day it's released, one's a couple days later. I think there's 4 posts spread out between 2 weeks. And so every
that makes
2
sense.
weeks, we have a new podcast come out, and then there will be like the 4 new images or graphic videos that go with it.
Cool. And as far as ads, this would probably be the last place that we go on the episode. You said that sometimes they do the ads, and I was curious if you're randomly getting paid for ads that other people are looking at, or if you have your own ad, or if you've partnered with somebody who is placing ads on the podcast. You know them well, you know their business, or you don't know them at all, or is it your own stuff?
So we've partnered with a couple people who've paid to put their ads in our podcast. And so they'll just send us kind of the script that they're looking for. And then our podcast team will record that for them, make sure it's in the middle. We also have some like compliance disclaimers sometimes at the end that they'll tack on as well.
Do you mind going into a bit more detail on that? So you've partnered with a couple of people.
Yep.
Yeah. How did you get those people to partner with you?
There are other people in our community who have really been enjoying our podcast, who have their own businesses and wanted to advertise. So we put a deal together for a little bit and see how it went. And they were all sold. So it was a great way to kind of have the podcast pay for itself and a little bit more. And so, it's been really good. It's just kind of getting that consistency throughout is kind of the next step.
And then you also said that, I think this is a direct quote, but I might be missing a word here or there. My team recorded it. So it sounds like it's not a host read ad. It's not Barbara. It's not Maggie. Whose voice is it, and why did you choose to go that way?
It's some women on our podcast team. And so we wanted it just to kind of be a third party, to be an interruption between just our 2 voices. I do know sometimes it's a little bit more authentic when you kind of have the host read the ad, as sometimes it sounds, I think, like they're almost using the product all the time. But we just wanted someone who had, really clear, good voice to come in and do the middle for the advertisements.